Attack on Titan keeps getting better with every episode that comes out. Even though this episode was based on a lot of information, it was still probably the best episode of season 4. I just loved it so much. This episode had probably the biggest plot twist I've ever seen, better than the Reiner and Berthold one being when they're being Titans, and we get a good look at what Eren's character really is in this episode too. Through Path, Zeke and Eren were going through Grisha's memories so that Zeke could help Eren by showing him that his dad brainwashed him and that it wasn't his own thinking. But in doing this, Zeke, who is one of the smartest characters in Attack on Titan, found something out that he could never have predicted, which was that Grisha loved Eren for being born, unlike with Zeke, where Grisha only thought of Zeke as a weapon to rebel against Marley because of his royal blood. This would have been so hard for Zeke to watch because of the things that Grisha put him through. The scene where Grisha is yelling at Zeke is still painful to watch. But as we're looking at the memories of Grisha trying to find out where the founding Titan is, we see him get close to the people in power because he's a doctor. Zeke thinks of this as Grisha only thinking of himself because he's thinking that Grisha is trying to do anything to free Eldia. Grisha finds out where the founding Titan is surprisingly fast compared to when he actually eats it, but he realises that he's happy how he is now and that he doesn't really care about Eldia's being free now. We see this by him leaving the church, and the first thing he does when he gets home is gives Eren a massive hug while he's crying. We then see a little bit of the attack Titan power. While Grisha is sleeping, he starts dreaming of Zeke. He then wakes up and sees Zeke when he's older stood in front of him, which is due to the attack Titan's ability. It seems at this point Eren doesn't understand all of the ability of the attack Titan too because he looks shocked when Grisha says this. Zeke realises Eren was never brainwashed and that he decided to follow his dad's ideology by chance. And then we see the scene of Eren killing 3 people who captured Mikasa, and Zeke's reaction was the same as mine when I first saw it. We also get the scene of Eren wrapping his scarf around Mikasa again, but in the anime it shows Eren's face when he's doing it, but in the manga it shows Mikasa's face. It's just like a little small change, but I wonder if it they changed it for a reason or what. And then we get into the biggest plot twist there has been. On the night of the wall being destroyed, Grisha goes to the Rice's church so he can get the founding Titan. Before he leaves, he writes the note on the back of the photo because he knows that he was going to go give the power to Eren after he ate the founding Titan. And as he's leaving the house, he says he'll show Eren the basement when looking at the grown-up version of Eren, like he was talking to that Eren rather than the small Eren. He gets to the church and he tells us about the attack Titan, and we find out about the first king's ideology, that humans are weak, and when they get strength, they use it to take control, and if that happens, then it will start a massive war. It kind of sounds familiar to what's happening right now. Frida also believes that the people behind the walls deserve to die for what their ancestors did, which is why she wouldn't use her power to stop the Titans from getting in, which goes with what Zeke thinks. He says that he isn't tainted by the first king's brainwashing, but he follows the same path as the first king. This obviously angers Eren so much that Grisha can feel his presence because of the attack Titan. And then Grisha tells us more about the attack Titan. Its ability lets the user see memories of future attack Titan users, which Grisha says is seeing into the future. And it seems later on the person decides what they want the past attack Titan users to see. Grisha grabs a scalpel to stab himself with, and as he's about to stab himself, he drops it. He can't kill innocent people. This was completely different from what we saw earlier in the series. And then Eren sits next to his dad and says, "What are you doing? Stand, father. Did you forget why you came here? Isn't it to get revenge for your little sister who was eaten by dogs? For your fellow restorationists? For Dinah? For Kruger? You advanced to avenge them, even if you die, even after you die. Dad, you started the story, didn't you?" This was the best plot twist I've ever seen. Everything we thought of Grisha isn't true because it seems like it's been Eren controlling him this whole time. He didn't want to get the founding Titan, it was Eren that forced him to. And it was even Eren who brainwashed his father into thinking he wanted to get revenge for Eldia with Zeke. This changes so much of the story, and it makes me look like an idiot because in the last episode I was saying that Zeke was playing Eren when it turns out Eren's been playing 4D chess this whole time. But Grisha kills the founding Titan and the Rice family except for the dad. The anime missed out a really gruesome scene of Grisha in his Titan form eating Frida with all the children ripped in half on the floor. We then get a shot of Historia's hand and then go back to outside of the church with Grisha outside of his Titan, where the anime once again adds some detail that makes the scene so much better than the manga. You can really see Grisha go crazy the way he's spinning around shouting to future Eren, who's been forcing him to do the things. And it was amazing voice acting performance from Grisha's voice actor too.
I killed them! I even crushed the little children! With my own hands! Eren! I killed the Rice family! All but their father! Are you happy now? Is this what you wanted? Will Ildia really be saved by this?
And the dialogue in the scene really shows how much he's suffering doing this. Grisha also doesn't know what happened with Carla at this point too, as Eren didn't show him, probably because he thought he might have given up, and if he found out his wife died then probably would have made him give up on living as well. After this, Eren allows Grisha to see Zeke by looking at them from behind and sending this memory back to Grisha. And this scene is so sad. Grisha gives Zeke a hug and apologizes to him for being a terrible father and for not playing with him like he should have. And Grisha tells Zeke that he loves him, which brings a tear to his eye. And just before the episode ends, Grisha says that he's seen the future that will happen, and he says that he didn't think it would be this terrible, and Grisha asks Zeke to stop Eren. And then we get brought back to the present day of Zeke and Eren in the Path Realm, where the anime once again leaves us on a massive cliffhanger. This episode was perfect. I loved everything about it. It answered some questions, but also left me thinking I knew nothing about Attack on Titan 2. I can't wait to see what happens in the next episode, and I can't wait to see what this future is that Grisha is talking about. It also made me change my opinion on Grisha, since he didn't want any of this to happen. It was Eren's memories that were influencing Grisha to do the things he did. But that is it for this review of Attack on Titan episode 79. I hope you did enjoy the video, and I will see you in the next episode, which will be episode 80, titled From You 2000 Years Ago. I hope everyone has a great day or a great night wherever you are, and peace.